Sin, committed through wealth, can be whipped off by making charitable gifts, and not otherwise, though crores of kalpas, eons may elapse. In some places, the increasing sin destroys the merit. Both merit and demerit have three aspects: the seed stage, the flourishing stage, and the enjoyment stage. Sow seed, manifest, and reap the fruit. It is not if you do something and immediately fall into hell. Somebody may say, if a person has done something small, it is not because of being born in the lower world. It is just a mistake, but mistake accumulating can become obscuration. Obscuration darkens, taking root can become a sin, sinful state. A sinful state, tapas, can give a karmic reaction, and this karmic reaction can lead to birth in lower worlds. That is, it only happens slowly, it happens gradually. Creatures of the lower worlds have no understanding of moksha. There is no understanding of dharma or faith. They have just the wildest desire to get rid of suffering, just to feel better, to get someone to help them to get free. However, some of them have the memory of past lives, and the souls, after death, remember past lives. They have the same characters, tendencies and memories that last for a long time, for hundreds of years. They have the same understanding. They can pray the gods and saints if someone prayed during their life. They know all this and re-evaluate their earthly life from the positions that they were not engaged in prayers and education of their souls during their lifetime. They repent greatly, and they have understanding of moksha. However, the more primitive souls have no understanding of moksha, but they have an understanding of the higher worlds, higher beings. They have such understanding. They see heavenly beings, angels who sometimes go there, saints who descend. Furthermore, they understand their concentrated, darkened position. Such worlds and a subtle world in general have a clear hierarchy. You can see angels, deities, saints and siddhas. You can see ordinary souls, you can see those who are at the bottom. Everyone is ranked according to their level. Nothing can be hidden there. All suffering, darkened, impure is seen there. If a person is darkened, he is in the mud. If a person is in a hellish state, he is in the fire pit, and so on. You cannot confuse it with something else. Here, if someone is overshadowed, may act like this, and nothing is seen. If one is in divine bhava, one has a radiant white body, wings or attributes of deity that also cannot be hidden. So there the whole divine hierarchy is there on the face. Moreover, the lower beings understand the higher beings and want to make their way to them, because they are not suffering, as the more inferior creatures do. If they are in the seed stage, they can be quelled by perfect knowledge. If they are in the flourishing stage, they can be quelled in the manner subscribed before. If they are in the enjoyment stage, they get destroyed only by enjoying and experiencing their fruits and not otherwise. So, being born in the lower worlds or reborn in the higher worlds is already a stage of bringing forth the fruit. Until it is all manifested in the form of subtle, unconscious vasanas and samskaras, it is suppressed by jnana, the seeds are burned out by mantra, meditation. All this is burned out by spiritual work. At the stage of manifestation, it can be burned out by intense spiritual work, tapas, mantras, seva, repentance, prayaschita, and so on. At the fruition stage, it is no longer possible, because materialization has taken place, and karma has already entered the grass tattvas. For example, materialization in the grass body is our life. Our karma brought fruits in the form of this human birth. We already have born in this dense world, in the dense body, and that is already by the fact that it has happened. It is not easy to change that. At the level of the subtle world, this could be solved before we were born. We would have decided not to incarnate on earth, but supposed to go to a pure land or remain as spirits, and this is karma. If we made some effort, we could have changed that. At the seed level, that is, the casual body, it is even easier to change this. But one must remain in contemplation, in awareness, and allow the bija, the casual seeds of the subtle body, to dissolve with the small effort. In the same way, beings of other dimensions, at the level of fruit, can no longer change their karma. They are forced to taste it. Those who are born in Indra's heaven enjoy it. Those who are born as hungry ghosts taste the greed of hungry ghosts. Those born asuras taste the asuric destiny. Those born human beings taste the human destiny. Those born in hell taste the suffering of the hell worlds. If the seeds or the flourishing seedlings are destroyed, what remains must be lived out and whipped off. If one regularly performs worship of gods, makes gifts to Brahmins, and performs sufficient penance, getting rid of karma becomes bearable. Hence, those who wish for happiness must refrain from committing sins. Those who strive for happiness controls only to accumulate merits, to create a large stock of merits. Precisely for this, seva is done, and the precepts of Vinaya and Samaya are fulfilled for this purpose. One should have a large supply of merits. Guruji, a sin at the mind level is a deviation from the view or violation of Samaya, is it right? At the level of the subtlest part of the mind. There are relative sins at the level of the mind. For example, to wish someone death or illness, to get angry uncontrollably and to say, so that you be... This is a sin of the mind, for which one should repent and take penance, because firstly another person may fall ill in real, and secondly, it is an impure work of consciousness which the servants of the lower worlds immediately notice. You are getting closer to us, my dear, they say. And they begin to look some ways in the soul to penetrate there. This sin on the level of the subtle part of the mind, lack of view, of unified samaya of contemplation, it is not a sin at all. It is a deviation in contemplation practice, not achieving perfection, but it cannot be called a sin. Sins are the darkened, dense class of tamas and rajas. Seed is a tendency, right? A hidden tendency, but it is dormant, hidden tendency. And manifestation is, for example, some righteous person has got to bardo, or the subtle world, and his deity protector guardian shows him the worlds of hell. Take him there. He's not being thrown there, they just show him. There are stories, for example, about Tibet woman, the Loganangsa, stories about Christian saints, people who are relevant to Christianity, and in Hinduism there are also a lot. They describe how they were in intensive care unit or in dreams, they were guided by the deities or by his own deity, what is called guardian angel. Through the different circles of different worlds, they were shown both heavens and hells. And they are seeing various circles of beings suffering, tormented, working off their karma, or on the contrary, divine beings, pure creatures, rejoicing, living in bliss. All these are manifestations. Manifestations mean it didn't come a result, but became visible in the form of energy. For example, to explain more simple, you experienced anger towards someone, the other also experienced anger towards you, and you quarreled. This is manifestation. Alternatively, you are greedy, and as a result you feel that an atmosphere is created around you as if you lack something. Something is not given to you, constantly lacking something. Such a shortage. This is a manifestation. Some signs of a destiny, signs of karma, as it said. On the contrary, you lived in bliss and keep living, have accumulated a lot of merit, of pure states, and outwardly there are signs around you. A good atmosphere, good dreams, signs during puja, during arati, homa, merciful states. And the situation is all around you is heaven sent. These are manifestations, signs of higher worlds. This sign of sattva is such that there is definitely no greed. Sharing is natural. For such souls residing in sattva, it is natural to give, to share. Having a broad soul, wide open heart, share such states. There is no self-centeredness or selfishness. Everyone realizes the importance of living for God and others. In this state, it is natural. Sattva is a certain layer of consciousness, certain layer of energy that one must learn to enter, to stay in, the one should absorb and tune into.